Well, morning everyone. So I didn't get a video on last night. Once I had something to eat and got back up to bed, I was knackered and I fell asleep. So yesterday was a horrible day. My feet were something else. Obviously, you'll have seen the photos. So sore. They are sore this morning, but they were nowhere near as sore as what they were last night. So I'm gonna bandage and tape them up, make sure that they're not gonna rub me even more, and then hopefully I'll be alright by the time I get to Tyndrum. Well, Tyndrum. I've had a look at the weather this morning. It's supposed to be raining till about 11 o'clock, and then in each of my destinations for the rest of the week, it's saying no rain. So I'm happy with that. I've got my tent and everything out in the hotel room. I've got my jackets. I didn't take my coat down because that had already dried. I put my jackets downstairs in the dry room, 2 pairs of socks, my pants, my boots, so hopefully they're all nice and dry this morning. Because the clothes that I'm wearing now, I was hoping to wear before I set off back home. So we shall see. So I'll let you see the state of my hotel room. So that's my sleeping bag, all opened out on the floor because that were all wet yesterday. And nowhere do I want to sleep in that. And then that's my toes. They don't look nowhere near as bad as yesterday, do they? So that blister there is still sore and it goes round. Still look scruffy, don't they? And I've had a wash. So I've had someone say to get some talcum powder as well. So that's what I'm going to do today when I get to Tyndrum. So look, my tent's there because that were absolutely soaked. I've had a fan in it all night. So I'm going to double check that in a minute, but that seems to be dry when I've had a look this morning. And then I'm going to try see if I can ditch some weight somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I need more or less everything, but we shall find. So I've got my breakfast booked for 7:30 and it is now 7:15. So I've made a coffee. And then I am gonna finish that and then go downstairs for my breakfast, have my breakfast, come back up, sort out, pack everything away, leave the hotel nice and clean, and then off to Tyndrum we go. So I've only got about 6.5 miles to 7 miles to walk today, so I think it should be alright. It's just I've got a bit of a climb to get back up onto the West Highland Way track. It's not much of a climb, but when I come down it yesterday, it felt like a lot. But this morning, I've been up since about 7:15. So I'm not leaving until about 11, 10:30, 11ish. So I should have plenty of time. And I shall see you all in a bit. So this is my view this morning. And it's absolutely bouncing it down. You can see all the rain dripping off. So when I come out of here, I'm heading up that way. Hopefully all this weather buggers off by the time I set off. It is supposed to clear by 10, 11 o'clock. I hope it does clear by 10, 11 o'clock. Well, it better clear by 10, 11 o'clock. Don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't, but yeah. So, they are a little bit dry from dry room, so I just thought I'd give them a bit of a finish off. Red hot air dryer. But there's my tent still airing out as well. Sleeping bag's packed away. And this is my view again. At least the rain's started to stop now. Well, no, it's still raining. I can see water bouncing into puddles. It's just not as bad as what it was. So it's not going to stop for another hour or two yet, so that's when I'm going to be setting off. So I'm just getting sorted. I half knew that Little Legs had written something for me, but I'm just going through my itinerary of where I'm supposed to be and that. And then on the bottom, because I haven't looked at it for 2 days, PS turnover, love you, good luck and miss you. So I've got a note from my wife, which is, I love you so much, I am very proud of you, we will miss you loads. Can't wait until you're home. Stay safe, happy, healthy and positive, one step at a time. Please be careful and I'll see you very soon. And then underneath it, so this is from Little Scenic, says, good luck daddy, I love you, lots of love, Thorley, we will miss you. And look at his writing, bless him. So, and then there's one from Roxy, woof 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 woof, I will miss you daddy, wags tails, hugs and kisses, puppy paws, love Roxy Foxy. And then I've got one from the cats, purr purr, meow meow, fish and snuggles, have fun, kitty paws, love Mog, Mogs, Jackson, Zippy Zippy and Sky. Love you lots, miss you, millions, good luck. So, that's very nice, isn't it? That's put a smile on my face for a day. Bless him. So, yeah, that is me going to be setting off in next hour or so. I've lost my blister tape. I don't know, like, I've got everything else apart from my tape, so I don't know what I'm going to do with my blister today. We'll just see how it goes, eh? So I'm just getting myself sorted this morning, making sure I've got everything. One thing, I have lost my blister. Well, I've got the blister, what do you call it, like the plaster thing. It's just like a little bandage, it's not adhesive. And I've lost my tape, so I can't put that on. But look at my socks. Good job I'm not wearing these ones today. These ones are tomorrow's socks. Still a little bit damp. My other socks are all dry though. I've had air dryer in them this morning. So, just getting sorted now. Packing everything away, making sure everything's right. So this is my feet this morning. That's where the blister were yesterday. Like this is just a callus. That's not how hard that is. Same with that. Like, it's just that's really worrying me. And I've been drying them out all night. So I've been recommended to get some talcum powder, so when I get into Tyndrum tonight, or this afternoon, that is what I'm off to go get. Look, this foot's nowhere near as bad. Just got all bits. And I've had a shower, believe it or not. So the rain is calming down. So I'm hoping it's fully stopped by the time I set off. Which, what time is it now? It's 9:45 now, so I'll probably be setting off in about 45 minutes. Right, so it's 20 to 11 now, and the rain looks like it's dried down a lot. My blister's hurting when I'm stepping on it, so I can't wait to get to Tyndrum and get some talcum powder and some medical tape so I can bandage that up. But when I get to Tyndrum, my feet are getting left out until tomorrow. So, tidied up the best I can. Got all sorts of crap on the floor from my tent, but they've got hoovers. So, off I go. I'll see you soon. Right, so I didn't come down this path yesterday, but it's got the sign for the West Highland Way, so I'm going to venture up that way and leaving the lovely Crianlarich behind. What views. So now I'm off up this path. I'm going to set my route going once I get back onto West Highland Way, because I'm not on it yet. So I feel a lot better this morning. Turn that around for you. So yeah, I feel a lot better this morning. and you can probably see I look a lot better as well. Oh, I feel a lot more refreshed. I feel dry, which is the main thing. My bag feels lighter, which I wouldn't be surprised if I carried a lot of water weight yesterday. So I'm going to try avoid as many of these stupid puddly bogs. I'm going to try avoid them the best that I can and keep my feet dry. My blisters hurting. What I must say is Crianlarich Hotel, if you ever want to stop here, do it. It's beautiful. Right, so it's taken me 27 minutes to get from Crianlarich. We're back on West Highland Way now. So that's where we're going. Right, so we've just come up around the side of Kirkcraig, and this is a view that I'm leaving behind. Sorry for the shakiness, it's this selfie stick, it isn't right stable, to be honest with you. I haven't plugged mic in yet. It hasn't really been windy, but now it is. I feel a lot better today. So I'm coming out of Crianlarich. I was talking to a ranger, and he was saying, one minute, I'll plug my mic in. Right, it should be able to hear me now. So yeah, as I was saying, the ranger that works around here, he was saying that basically the Lochan bit is the hardest section of it all, and that even the Marines train on that section of Lochan, and even they say it's hard and difficult. So I'm very proud of myself for doing all that yesterday and not stopping halfway through, and I carried on to Crianlarich as well. So yeah, I'm very proud of that. So here's another look at the views, because I'm going to put my phone away. It's stunning, that, isn't it? Well, so I'm 2 miles in for today's walk, which means I've got about 5 miles left to go. It's 20 past 12. Still got another 2 hours before I even have to think about checking in. So I just thought I'd let you know I'm quite enjoying myself today. Like, the weather's good. You can see the wetness on my face, that's sweat. It's quite warm, it's got a nice breeze though. So I'm just watching my footing down here. So I'm just taking it nice and easy today. So my bag feels a hell of a lot lighter as well. So I don't know if that's because I've got all my wet stuff dried. I've eaten most of my snacks. I don't have no water in there today, I've just got some in my pocket because I don't need to stock up because it's such a short distance. So I'm just having a, tripping up over my poles, just having a nice little stroll today. So I have got to say as well, like yesterday, wow, I did question myself a few times yesterday. Can you see? This is what I had to put up with yesterday, but yesterday was worse. And all of this is just water. So I'm trying to stay as close to the edge as I can. Because I can't be bothered with wet feet today. Using these as stepping stones. So I did get to a point yesterday where my feet got that wet from all water coming down side of Loch Lomond, and then walking in past that with rivers. I just marched through them after a while. I did try my best to avoid, but then for the last 2-3 miles it was taking too long avoiding everything. So I just stormed through it all. Whereas today, I'm taking it nice and easy. Look at the views. Keep going through forest and then coming out to views like this. So we just come from down there. I bet me all trails is buggered off and all. I don't know what that is. Does anyone else have that issue with all trails and OS maps? So whenever I've got it loaded up and then I'm recording, it buggers off. It stops recording and then I have to resume the recording and that. So it cuts out bits of mileage, it cuts out bits of route. And it's really quite annoying. So let us know if you have that sort of issues. And remember, if you're enjoying this, there's plenty more coming. Not as many wild camps on long trails until I can start earning some proper money to pay for it all and fund it all, because otherwise I can't afford that. So like Rowadennan Hotel, £380 for a night. No way on earth could I afford that. Last night, I couldn't even afford last night. But that was a needs must for that. Obviously, so it cost me £160 for the room and my breakfast. And then last night's tea and drink was 40 quid. So that was £200 for last night. £200 that I don't have. Well, obviously I did have it, but that one for that that was to see me out for the rest of the month when I get home. But freezer's full, got everything that we need, so it's not like we're gonna starve or die. So we've got everything we need and that. I was just hoping it gets saving because it's little Scenic's birthday in June, and kids are bloody expensive. He ain't too bad, but he loves Hot Wheels. He's Hot Wheels mad, and anybody who's got kids and that they like Hot Wheels, you know exactly how expensive that can be. But he's got the majority of them what you can buy in Bradford. So I don't know what else is left for him in Smith's toy store. And I'll tell you something, first time I had haggis this morning, well, I got told I had it when I was a kid, but I don't remember it. And I had it this morning on my Scots breakfast. And you know something? It was very nice. Very peppery, but it was very nice. And I still feel full of energy, which is great. So I'll leave you with a last look at that for a short little while, because I'm going to put my all trails back on. So got across this road, Quick, quick, quick! It had gone very quiet to what it was a minute ago. When I was walking on the other side, coming down from there, there were car, van, lorry, car. So now we're back on this bit of trail. It's starting to rain a little bit, but it just looks like a bit of a shower, so I ain't going to get drenched, which is good. So I'll see you all again in a second. So I've just got some photos of these. Couldn't get the best ones because it's bouncing it down, but it's literally just stopped. Look, some proper Highland coos. Moo. So yeah, I'll try to get some more photos now that rain's buggered off. Careful, you'll poke him in the eye. And my horn's bigger than yours, mate. So, do you want to try that again? Right, I'll leave yous to it because I'm a bit cold and wet. So now we are crossing the River Fillan. I hope I've got my poles down there then. Whee! Oh, typical for rain, eh? Sheep having the dinner. Yeah, look, some little lambs. Can you see? Look how small they are. So I'm just coming to Tyndrum Cemetery. Oh, that's up there. Have a look at this. Fillan the missionary. So I can't read that properly, but I'll have a look when I get home and I'll put a little picture of it with the clear writing on. So that's Fillan, or Fillan. That's a cemetery, and then I assume that this used to be the little monastery, like parish thing. So look, turn it that way for you to get a better view. And it's a good job I put my waterproofs on because I'm a tad bit wet now. Shall we have a look in there? I wonder if you can have a look. They look old, don't they? Let's have a gander. So what's this? Kirkton Burial Ground. The old burial ground of Kirkton in Fillan occupies a circular mound set within a square enclosure. Among the gravestones, which range from the 18th to the early 20th century, are 4 early medieval cross slabs which may date to around the 7th or 8th century. Bloody hell. Now can you see all that? I'll freeze frame this. Let's go have a look. You might not be able to get in it. Obviously if it's from 7th and 8th century. That's mad that. Oh yeah, look. Can you get in? No, can't open gate. It's all a bit stiff and locked. Can't get it over that latch. But no, that's interesting, that, innit? So look. So yeah, I'll freeze frame that so you all can give it a read. Very interesting. So there's some more West Highland Way walkers coming. It's pretty busy right now. So look at my views again. That looks like water over there, doesn't it, in the middle? Where's my finger? There. It's not, it's trees. Ah, stunning. So we're right, this is St. Fillan's Priory. So I'll freeze frame that for you. Remember how I said I'm trying to keep my feet dry? Well, look at that. Gotta walk straight through it. You think I'm that silly today? I don't think so. Had you then, didn't I? Haha. So we don't go the main roadway. We'll go this way. And I'll tell you something, it's probably the best like marked up, signposted route that I've done. Like I've done quite a few routes, but no national trails really. Apart from Dale's Highway, but even that. Even Dale's Highway, like, there were a lot of points where I had to check my map on that. And I'll be quiet for a minute and let you just watch. And have a look up. I haven't looked up much while I've been on this. There's been that many nice views, I've just looked everywhere but up. So you can do the road if you want and come down that way. But unless you want to be silly, I don't advise that. Whenever I get my camera out to get a photo, it starts raining again, so I keep having to put it away. And we're about 1.5 miles away from Tyndrum now, so not far to go for today. So we're going to get to the Lochan of the Lost Sword shortly. So I'm not familiar with it or out like that. I've heard of it, So once I'm doing this video, I'll look it up. Obviously it'll have a bit on the sign as well, so we'll find out a bit then, but I'll look up the proper history. So all this is like a logging place as well. It's like, can you see up there? All logs in distance. But we go this way. So we're just coming up to the Lochan of the Lochsword. So let's have a look at this sign. So the Lochan of the Lost Sword. Turn it around like that. So the legend, after he has been beaten at Dowrick, Robert the Bruce and his army threw their weapons into the small Lochan. This included Robert Bruce's long sword, which is a claymore, and local legends suggest it lies here to this day. So the claymore, from the Gaelic clayd hemmor, meaning great sword, no way. So that's where the word claymore comes from. So the reality is, you might notice from this map, the Lochan Nanarm is located to the south of where you stand. It is thought that this might be the real location of the weapons dump. Why the legend was moved, no one really knows. In July 2015, a team from McDonald Armouries in Edinburgh came to metal detect the site and local Lochans. Unfortunately, it did not find any real evidence for the battle or dumped weapons, so there is still no real answer to the legend of the lost sword. Ooh! So what do you think? Do you reckon that there is some? Because I don't think that they went metal detecting in there. Unless they had all proper gear on and stuff like that, but you never know. Let me know what you think. And look, that is where we are. I've got a little hobbit hut. So as you can tell, I'm by the way now. So this is my room for the night. 2 beds, I only need one. At least I've got a toilet there. When I had a look at some reviews, I think it's them ones over there, if you see. They have showers and stuff in. So, oh, I've got a little fridge and everything. Kettle, microwave. There's also a drying room as well over there. So there, the toilets and the showers, and then the drying room's just behind there. So I'll probably end up putting my stuff in there later on. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit down, relax, and put my feet up, take my boots off. One thing I've got to say is, I know that there's a lot of hikers that come in here and that, but you'd think it'd been where they'd actually make more of an effort to clean stuff. Like, I've got to bloody sleep on this. I know I'm in a sleeping bag and that, but bloody hell. And then like, even toilet, I don't know if you can see, but there's piss stains on the seat. So I've got to clean that before I use it now. So yeah, I'm gonna do a spot of cleaning. But hey, I'm at my board. At least like £96 for this, which ain't too bad, I guess. Especially like this were going to be my only proper stop, so it'd have come well in handy today. But it only took me like 2.5 hours. Well, speaking of that, I need to actually turn my route off, so I'll knock about 10 minutes off of it. So enjoy the rest of the video, and obviously I'll be doing a little recap later on But apart from that, go grab a brew and get ready for day like, what day is it now? Day 4. No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Day 5, get ready for day 5 tomorrow. See, I'm even losing track. So, there is free Wi-Fi, but it's not working. And I'm right next to the main hut as well, so you'd think it would be, wouldn't you? So I'm just going to warm up a little bit because I'm like sat under this heater up here. But my feet are cold, stood up, so I'm going to chill out for an hour and then I'm going to have a walk into Tyndrum. Well, Tyndrum. Pardon me. And watching Scottish football. Dunfermline against Falkirk, I think it is. It's in 99th minute, so I wonder if all else is on after this. So yeah, I'm going to give it an hour and walk into Tyndrum, and I think I've been bitten. Yeah, I'm going to walk into Tyndrum, have a look for some meditate, whatever you want to call it, so I can strap my foot up tomorrow. So this is what it looks like right now. So I've got some antiseptic wipes, which I'm going to give it all a clean. So we shall see how it goes tomorrow. Look, this one's not too bad, just a bit mucky. So yeah, we shall see what it's like. There's the football. So do you like my little drying setup? So I've turned bin upside down, put the sweeping brush on it, and then got my boot there, tied there so that they definitely don't fall. With that on, they have got a drying room, but I don't have any other shoes. So it's alright getting to the drying room, but then once I take them off over there, I've got to walk back barefooted, and I don't want my other socks to get wet. So it's doing alright. It's been on for about 5 minutes, and my boots were dryish. Well, not dryish, but where's bloody light switch? There we go. So yeah, look, they are drying. Getting a bit on the knackered side, aren't they? So that is what we want. They'll be nice and dry. I've already dried my jacket. So yeah, again, where there's a will, there's a way. Bin, sweeping brush, boot. Haha. Right, I'm about to go to Tyndrum and go to the shop, get some supplies for the next 2 days, and look for some tape so I can sort this blister out. So I shall see you soon. Right, so tonight's tea is a pasta carbonara, and I hope that I like it, because when I make carbonara I make it the proper Italian way. No cream or anything, just pasta, guanciale, eggs, and a little bit of water. That's it, and that's all that you're supposed to have. But as you can see by this isn't a proper one. So let's see what it's like. Right, so you just got to open the pouch, take out the oxygen packet, and then, well, I've just got to fill it to that line, shut it, and I don't know how long you leave it for. Add hot water, stir well, close zipper, allow it to stand for 8 minutes, stir again, and then eat it out of the pouch. So let's see what that is like, 600 calories. And how much protein? Protein. 24 grams and 600 calories. I was going to get fish and chips, but I can't afford it. I spent up with a hotel yesterday. I've got £5 left in cash and 18 left in bank. So, on with this food. I've got myself some porridge for the morning. I'm going to set off just for when it opens. So the Greenwell stop opens at 7 o'clock. It's open till 10 o'clock, but I can't bother going back out tonight. So I'll probably call in there tomorrow morning once I've transferred a little bit of money over and get something to eat. Got to make it last 2 days. It's got a fill line inside as well, which makes it a bit easier. I just thought it would run outside. So fill it up, Oh, it's all steamed. There we go, filtered Fillan. I thought I'd lost my spoon, but I found it. So I can give it a stir now. So this should be done now. Give it a stir. So let's see what it's like, eh? I'll turn down the Great British Bake Off so you can hear. So this one's the adventure food. I didn't record myself eating the other one over there, but that was really quite nice, that one. Tasted better. I suppose it's alright for when you need it, innit? Tell you something though, I am looking forward to having some home cooked proper food. The food in the hotel last night was banging. I really enjoyed that food last night. Hot, hot, hot. I'm debating what to do now, right? Because I've got 4 meals left. So I've got tomorrow, which depending what time I get there to King House's, then tomorrow I'm either stopping at King House's or I'm going to push on past the Devil's Staircase and back down the other side and get close to Kinloch But that all depends how I feel. So I've had a look at one forecast and it says rain, heavy rain. The joys. And then I've had a look at Google and Google just says it's dry. And then I've had a look on my mountain weather forecast. That says dry at top of all mountains around. And then on my old trails, oh, fan's gone off, I'm drying my socks. On all trails, it's so I've got the overlay, you know, like for the temperatures and the rain and that, so I've done overlay, and it's saying that it's going to bounce it down from probably 8 o'clock in the morning until, I don't know, so like 3-4 hours, so like 9, 10, 11. So like till about dinner time, it's supposed to be bouncing it down. Which I'm not looking forward to that, but on a plus side, it's not meant to be raining tomorrow night. So if it's not raining tomorrow night and everything's in my bags dry, then I should be alright. I should just have a wet top half, really. Sorry, I don't like talking with my mouth full. So yeah, and then from King House's, then the following day, I'm thinking of pushing on to Kinloch or down to Glen Nevis campsite. So I'll be there a day early, depending on times and everything like that. So if I can do it to where I can get to Glen Nevis campsite for 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, then that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to have a night there, and then it's 3 miles down to my foot. Oh, I keep getting stabbing pains. Oh. So yeah, if I can get down to Glen Nevis campsite on Monday, and then Tuesday I have a walk down to Fort William, and I can transfer my train tickets. I have to pay a tenner as the mandatory like changing fee. and then whatever the price difference is. So I'm hoping that there ain't much price difference if I get there early, because if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down into Fort William for 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going to go to the train ticket office, see if I can change my train, because the last train for me to get home is at 20 to 12. So that's the reason why I could probably push Rannochmore and Devil's Staircase tomorrow, and then the following day I could have probably pushed all the way to Fort William, but because my train is at 20 to 12, like, I aren't going to get there in time, so I'm going to have to stop at the Glen Nevis campsite and then go down at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, set off, well, I need to be in there for 8, so I'd have to set off maybe 6:30 and then get down there, make sure that I can transfer my train ticket, and then I know that there's other bars and restaurants and cafes and everything like that in Fort William, but I'm not sure what opening times are out, so I'm going to go to Spoons, have a breakfast, and then go for train. So, and failing that, if I don't get to Glen Nevis campsite until Tuesday, then I'm going to be doing the whole thing on Wednesday, walk down to Fort William, have my breakfast, get on the train, but the only thing is I don't have to faff about then, do I? So I'm going to keep on eating the tea now. Do you think I'm getting better on camera? Yeah, so as I was saying, I forgot to tell you what I was saying, didn't I? I don't know whether I'll have one of these in the morning with my porridge, because then I've got one for tomorrow night, one for Monday night, one for Tuesday night. I'm sure that there'll be a shop or something in Glen Nevis. A bit of onion on my finger. I wasn't going to get any of these, but I'm glad my wife half persuaded me to do it. Voila. Better not leave that in there, had I? Need to go wash my hands now. Thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe for more.